All right, so it's the chapter we've all been anticipating, chapter 1000. Now look, it's about what I thought it would be. I honestly thought there was going to be more reveals, and maybe this basically like I just thought there would be more reveals, but I'm satisfied with the chapter. I know as a storyteller, Oda didn't want to fit too much. He wasn't going to sacrifice story over accomplishment, So, and with that, I'm not dimming down my expectations on this chapter or from the lack of things that were going to happen. A lot of people are getting excited, at least within the YouTube community. There seems to be this huge thing like, oh shit, like fucking pirate, pirate king of the pirates, Luffy and shit, or Straw Hat Luffy, and Luffy's gonna be king of the pirates. Oh shit! Like we've only been hearing this for the last 23 years. I feel like a lot of it is. I feel like from Oda's perspective, that's not what he was going for. Um, of course, he wanted to establish Luffy with his thing again, but we basically know it's inevitable. Luffy eventually is going to defeat Kaido and Big Mom. So the I feel like a lot of it's being forced when I feel like that's not what even the author was going for, like as part of the excitement. Especially because we've already seen this already, not just with Kaido, but with a lot of Luffy's enemies, to where he gets the first blow, but we all know that's not the dealing blow, and also he's gonna have a full fight ahead of that, if not failure before that, right? So I think we need to, YouTube community, calm it down, calm it down. I understand we all want views and everything, but calm it down, all right? All right, now let's get to the chapter and review. So, the Mink tribe, the two leaders of, Nine Day, they're leading Luffy towards the top, right? And later on, it kind of comes to a factor to where he remembers how loyal they are, everything. So it's another great moment. Basically, we're seeing Luffy's camaraderie and trust in everybody coming full circle in this chapter. That's really what this chapter is, right? From Ace putting in his word with Yamato, and the Yamato have new faith in Luffy, and you're seeing everybody to him. And the full circle is basically him lining up with four of the other supernovas, one being on his crew that he recruited, two of the others he fought with, and Sabaody, and well, I guess three of the others because of Killer. So it's the five supernovas, and like I said, one he basically earned loyalty with his crew member, and three of them he fought with his Sabaody. So two mainly, but Killer's a part of Killer's a part of Kid's group. So kind of he fought with all three of them Sabaody. So you're seeing this whole full circle thing where basically everybody Luffy fought with or fought against, they're like on his team now, and of course Law. So Yamato actually has Oden's journal. I don't know what role this is going to play in later. I'm probably going to have to review some things, but that's a nice callback that she still has Oden's journal. It's probably going to be, when I think about on top, it's probably going to be used to establish who goes on the ship next, right? So basically, okay, if it's Yamato over Momonosuke, right? Momonosuke is probably going to stay, and Oden's journal is going to be like basically how he lives to the sea, something symbolic like that. Or if Tama goes, Momo will have it, or if Momo goes and Yamato have it, that's what I think of. I'm going to make a video on it later, is how Ace says Sabo and I in like a present tense. He tells Yamato Sabo and I will basically like, we won't forgive you. So like it's Ace, I don't think he's talking about Sabo, like Sabo's ghost will come and like, not forgive her or something. I'm pretty sure it seems like he's talking about Sabo in the present tense. So like I said, that's another video, but I think there's a lot of things people are overlooking because of the ending of this chapter. But we'll get to that later. For the 20 years thing, I was kind of worried that it was going to be the whole like Anakin Skywalker or the whole like Naruto and Sasuke thing, where it's like, these are the chosen people, and that may still be the case, but as long as you don't hit people over the head where they're like, okay, this is like what I saw, and this is like part of the prophecy. Like I thought that was, but it was kind of more of like a, I would say it's more like a sports prediction, like somebody predicting a score to the game, or like one day this team will come and blah, 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 everything, or this franchise will come and this and that. That's basically what Odin was saying about the pirates that are there, because it's not just the Straw Hat crew, right? It's you have all these other crews fighting against Kaido and Big Mom now as well. And I still think some of Big Mom and Kaido's crew is going to turn on them because of what Queen did and everything. So I do think they're going to earn more allies through that as well. And then who knows, a lot of them may even join. A lot of Big Mom and Kaido's crew may still join Luffy's fleet. And we don't know if Kid and Law officially joined the fleet. Law is basically a part of the fleet somewhat because they're allies, they're official allies. Also, we see a nice little callback. Yamato gives Ace his Viva card, right? So she knew Ace died basically from his card being burned up. So we see that, so that's a nice callback, and basically that's how she found out, because she wasn't able to read any news or anything either, so she found out he passed through that. So that makes a lot of sense and brings the story full together. Like, Oda doesn't leave anything untied, he really doesn't. So yes, at the end we see 5 of the supernovas, 5 of the worst generation. I'm just now finding out they're also called supernovas. But anyway, so we see them lined up, and it's very reminiscent of a lot of Arlong Park, in a way of, like, you know, they have them all lined up and Luffy's basically marching up there, and even Kinemon is asking for help and everything, and Luffy's like, of course I'm going to help, you know, kind of like what he said to Nami. And we have a new move called Red Rock. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'm sure it's like Rio mixed with hockey, or like, you know, the Wano version mixed with like the hockey they know outside. But we're not exactly sure how big of a blow this is going to be towards Kaido. We're not sure how big of a deal it's going to be towards Kaido, but it's safe to assume, you know, they're going to come back with something. I actually do like this matchup a lot. The 5 supernovas against the 2 Yonkos is kind of like a 2-on-2 plus 1 extra person. And we see Law's abilities kind of used in a way we expect it to be. Well, I would love to see Law's ability used more. And why not? Because I feel like his ability, especially that they're on an island, can be utilized so much. And especially that they're on a floating island now, right? And Kaido might be weakened because he is making an island float right now. We're not exactly sure. So it's going to be about, basically it's going to, so Straw Hat's eventually going to come. We don't know how weakened they are going to be from their battles and everything. So we're still in Act 3, so we still have a whole another act to go to. All in all, I'll give this chapter 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like I said, I didn't expect it to be amazing. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was, but knowing Oda, the writer he is, I knew he wasn't going to sacrifice story over milestone. So I give it 8.5, 9 out of 10. Still a pretty solid chapter. And make sure you comment, like, subscribe, let me know, give me your input on everything. Thank you.